Marvel fans beware, a massive Avengers Endgame leak is ruining the film. We're only a week and a half from the Avengers Endgame release, and in a stunning example of how some people just want to watch the world burn, a massive leak has hit the internet, spoiling key moments of the film. Now, Disney has been doing pretty well hyping the film without revealing too much about it before its release, but much like the end of Infinity War, and we are using the technical term here, jackass snatched victory from their hands at the last second after they decided it would be a clever idea to release footage from a screening, effectively spoiling the ever-loving hell out of Endgame for countless fans, including me, if you can't tell.
Oh, God.
Now, if you're here looking for the actual Endgame spoilers, we're not going to do that. In fact, for today's episode, we will be disabling comments just in case someone gets the hilarious idea to post the spoilers below. And people wonder why we can't have nice things.
What a bunch of a-holes.
However, we are going to break down how this major Endgame leak happened and how you can avoid spoilers if you're lucky enough to not have been exposed to them already, which FYI, someone on our staff did, and now they're crying in a corner. Anyway, consider this your spoiler-free warning. So here's how it all went down. According to CNBC, sometime earlier this week, footage from Avengers Endgame started making the rounds on social media. In a follow-up from the folks over at IO9, the footage is subtitled in Arabic, and it's particularly spoiler-heavy. IO9 goes on to add that based on the theater seats that are also in the footage, it was most likely taken during a screening of the movie. CNBC also reports that it is likely that the person behind the leak had clearance to view the footage. As of now, Disney hasn't made any official comment on the leaked clip. However, the Russo brothers recently posted a letter to Twitter reminding fans that Thanos still demands your silence and urging them, #don't spoil the Endgame. So, to the tool bag who leaked it, we offer one piece of advice: run. Because the only thing worse than the Disney legal team would be the rabid fan base that has waited 11 years for this film to pay off.
Rage and vengeance, anger, loss, regret, they're all tremendous motivators.
But of course, the problem is that whatever asshat initially leaked the footage can't just take it all back. It's out there now. The footage is being turned into GIFs, it's being written up, clipped out, and being direct messaged to every corner and site on the internet. It's bubbling below the surface of the internet, and not even a power wash from Disney lawyers will be able to remove this slippery sludge. So, outside of burying your head in the sand, what can you, as a fan, do to avoid being spoiled? Well, we have a few pieces of advice. First up, avoid Twitter.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Yes, we know this is probably really good advice, even if you aren't trying not to be massively spoiled on a movie you've been waiting for the better part of a year to see. But this week is an especially good one to take a step back from the social media site. If you simply can't stay away from getting in your 280 character quips and jabs, then you can use the advanced muting options to block certain words and content. Next, avoid Reddit.
What a bunch of a-holes.
If your plan is to try not seeing the leaked clip or read any descriptions of it, then Reddit is the absolute worst place to go right now. Third, keep a watchful eye for tricks.
No tricks.
We've heard that there are fake links and gotcha tactics out there for people who literally just want to make sure everyone else can't enjoy Avengers Endgame. So don't let these tricksters steal your joy and spoil the film for you. And really, if you don't already, know not to click on weird links on the internet. What has it been like living in a coma since 1997? And now to editorialize a bit, we like to have our fun and make jokes, but this leak is bad for Marvel and for fans. While this probably won't really affect the box office, it will affect fans' enjoyment of the movie. A few of our producers simply read a few descriptions of the spoilers to confirm that the leak might be real, and they can say that it will 100% ruin their experience with the film. With them basically saying, you will wish you had seen this on the big screen as opposed to a write-up or shaky camera footage. Look, you've waited this long, what's another week, right? Now, since we cannot let's discuss today, let's just close this episode with some words of advice from our pals, the Russo brothers. Because so many of you have invested your time, your hearts, and your souls into these stories, we're once again asking for your help. When you see Endgame in the coming weeks, please don't spoil it for others the same way you wouldn't want it spoiled for you. On that note, see everybody tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and mash that little bell to get notified every time we go live with a show or drop a new video. And don't forget, next Monday, we'll be talking all things Game of Thrones with our weekly after show, All Kings Considered. Join Jessica Chobot, Dan Casey, and more special guests as we break down everything happening in Westeros this season. Biggest moments, wildest theories, episode MVPs, we're gonna get into all of it and more. So pull up a chair, pour yourself a goblet of Dornish wine, and tune in every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific right here on Nerdist YouTube and Geek and Sundry's Twitch.